tell you a story. There was this old man that went to a junkyard. He saw this old 1967 Ford Mustang. He goes to the owner of the junkyard and says, "Hello, sir, I'm here to buy my 1964 Ford Mustang." The guy that owned the salvage yard was like, I don't sell these cars. Like, it's a salvage yard. We're gonna crush it, we're gonna smash it, we're gonna sell it for scrap metal, like sell it for parts. He was just like, yeah, but that's my 1967 Ford Mustang. He was like, "It's not yours. Like, what are you talking about? Old man, get out of here." The old man said, "Look, man, I don't want to cause any problems. I just really came to get my car back." So the guy was just like, "Look, that's not your car and it's not for sale." The old man said, "Okay, can you just name a price? I'll pay whatever price. Just name a price." And the guy is like, "You know what? $30,000 or get out my shop or I'm calling the cops." The old man said, "Okay, sir, I'll see you in the morning." Old man goes home, puts a little microwave dinner in there, eats his dinner, goes to sleep, wake up the next morning, shaves, go to the bank, pulls out $30,000 cash, goes back to the salvage yard. It's like, "Good morning, sir, I'm here to buy my 1967 Ford Mustang." The dude said, what's wrong with you? Like, "I'm not selling it to you." He said, "Sir, you told me $30,000, and he drops the cash on the counter. The guy that owns the salvage yard is like, whoa, like, "Are you serious?" He said, "Yes, sir." He was like, "Why would you pay so much for something that's worth nothing?" He said, "Sir, I need to tell you, it don't have an engine. All the tires are like flat, it's rusty, it's mold on the inside, it's completely, like the light's been busted out, like it ain't no good." He was like, "I've had it here for about 8 years. It's only a few more parts you could even buy, and then we gonna crush it and sell it for scrap metal." The dude said, "Sir, thank you for that, but I've got a tow truck on the way. Can I just please get the keys or whatever you have?" So the guy was just like, "Okay, that's weird. So here you go." So he gives him the keys, the tow truck comes and tows it back to the old man's house. The old man goes in his garage, and over the next few months, he begins to slowly work on this car. He takes out the old seats. He gets the new interior seats done. He bondos the flooring and the side. He gets new carpet. He orders new lights. He orders like the new frame, like everything, like the muffler, the pipe system, the wood grain steering wheel. Like he puts in work over months and almost like $80,000 worth of work and effort into this vehicle. And then when it's all done, he puts that candy red paint job on. I'm talking about that candy paint. And that thing is looking good. He orders the brand new Michelin tires with the chrome wheels. This thing is like a work of art. And he takes it to the salvage yard. He pulls up at the salvage yard, and everybody, all the workers, they car people, they're car enthusiasts. So they come out, they walk around like, "Ooh-wee, that thing is nice, boy." Old man is like, "Thank you, sir." The owner comes out and says, "Sir, this is a work of art." He said, "Thank you." The owner says, "Where'd you get this from?" The old man's like, I got it from you." He's like, I wish I'd never let something like this go. Actually, my bad, let me tell the right story. He said, "I'd never let something this valuable go." And he says, "Well, sir, you did." He was like, "Remember I came in and bought it, it didn't look like this, but I paid $30,000 for it?" The man that owned the salvage yard took off his hat and was like, "Oh my God." He said, "You're that crazy man that came and bought this car." He said, "Yes, sir." He said, well, why would you pay such a high price for something that's so worthless?" He said, "Well, it's worthless to you, but it means everything to me." He says, okay, it means everything to you. Like, what do you mean? Because I remember you kept saying, like, "This is my 1967 Ford Mustang." He said, "Yeah." He was like, "But it wasn't yours." Like, that's the part that kind of had me thinking you was crazy. He said, "See, sir, you don't understand. In the 60s, I worked for Ford. I was the designer of the Mustang." He was like, years ago, I remember being in my office sketching out the way I wanted the lights to look and the interior seats and the front fender. And he was just like, so this car means a lot to me because it came from me. I actually created this car. And he said, and it pains me to see this vehicle in this position when I know that I can do something about it. The old man said, to you it's worthless, but to me it's priceless. To you it's only good for scrap metal, but for me, I see endless potential. And he said, I understand that you thought it was worthless because you ain't created, you didn't know what to do with it. He was like, but if you just put this vehicle in my hands, if you just put it in my hands, watch me work. And the old man then took that vehicle and did the opposite of what a lot of people do. Some of my partners I went to college with, y'all, they like customize and redo old schools, you know what I'm saying? Like the Cutlass, the Impalas, like that's what they put all their money towards, right? And they typically put it in the garage, and once or twice a month, they're gonna drive it on a Saturday. This old man did something different. He took this vehicle all across the country on tour to let everybody know that he restores. He could have hid it. He could have put off a side somewhere. But he's like, no, I'm gonna put this in front of the world so everybody can see that your condition is not your conclusion.
The reality is we in war. Just not beyond the government and like that type of war, just the world we live in. There is a war right now, a battle between good and evil, between love and hatred, between the despair and hope. There is a mental war. There is like a spiritual war. Like I feel like it's all ministry what we do. Speaking, whether you're motivating, whether you're teaching, whether you're training, whether you're coaching, it's all spiritual. So if it's all spiritual, like if we at war, then what does that make us? I felt that. Somebody said soldiers, somebody said warriors. Think about it, we all have a role to play. So one thing the Creator told me, he said, Jeremy, don't look at what you're going through right now as just something random. I want you to view this as you were in preparation for battle. So for some of y'all, I just help some of you out. Because you're like, when am I going to get a break? When am I going to get a breakthrough? How come this is not working out the way I wanted to? Why do I have to go through this? Why does that keep happening? And you're wondering, like, when are things going to shift and when are things going to change? But you are actually in preparation. We are almost kind of like the Navy SEALs wondering, man, why they keep waking me up at 2 o'clock in the morning with cold ice water doused on my face? Why are they making me spend 48 hours in the mud, in the trenches, taking off our AR-15, taking it apart and putting it back together? Because you're in preparation. Why we gotta be running, you know what I'm saying, 4, 5, 10 miles a day with 80 pounds on our back? Because you're in preparation. Why do I gotta carry this heavy burden? I could just drop this burden. When you're carrying this heavy burden, because you gotta be strong enough so that when you're in the battle and one of your soldiers are down, you can carry their load. I get why God had to take me through what he took me through all these years. He's like, so you're strong enough for the future. You're strong enough for the next generation of speakers. You're strong enough for your family. You're breaking generational curses. You're breaking strongholds. You're defying the odds. I'm trying to build you up, not break you down. I told myself, like, yo, God, I feel like you're breaking my heart. God was like, brother, I'm not breaking your heart. I'm building your soul. I'm making you stronger. It's interesting. It's like when you sign up for the Army, you're like, hey, I'm signing up to be used. He's like, all right, well, in order for you to be used, you've got to be conditioned. It's so crazy. It's like if we was like, yeah, we gonna go in the Army, me, my brother Prince, Leslie, Sophie, Ebony, we like, man, we gonna sign up for the Army. We not gonna just sign up for the Army. They not gonna just give us our guns and our ammunition. They not gonna just give us our little outfits, our uniforms, and be like, all right, let me deploy you. No, they put you through some stuff because they have to prepare you. What if I told you that what you're going through right now is preparing you for the big stage? What if I told you what you're going through right now is just par for the course to prepare you for that next level? So many aspects of my life I can dominate. So many aspects of my life I can fix. So many aspects of my life I can change. But it's like one little thing, I'm like, come on, God, what you doing? He's like, I'm trying to make something stronger inside you. Mighty men of God don't grow and become mighty men of God just because they pray a lot.